Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now get any breakfast sandwich for just $2. Available only through the app. Mobile order and pay available at participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
Dunkin' is putting a whole new spin on pumpkin at Dunkin' with our new Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew. Smooth, bold cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam made with cinnamon and nutmeg spices. And there's more pumpkin for you to love, like the delicious fall classic, our Pumpkin Spice Signature Latte. Rich espresso topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. Sip into the fall season with the $3 medium Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew or Pumpkin Spice Signature Latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply. Valid on Pumpkin Spice Signature Latte only in all cold foam cold brew.
What is going on? You are listening and a little bit of watching today because we're filming this just for you guys out there. TAGSPodcast, a.k.a. Talk About Gay Sex Podcast. I'm your host, Steve V. This is episode 298, counting our way down to 300. And we are finally in the
person.
house with
so
Lincoln.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you all.
Lincoln, thanks for riding your ass down here after teaching two
classes at Temple. It was great. Temple Gym. It was great. Very fun.
I'm coming next week.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Can I come too?
Yep.
And before you speak, mister, let me introduce you.
Okay.
Tonight is Kodi, Maurice, Doggette. How the hell are you? Thanks for coming in from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's trouble.
Hello, darlings. How are you doing? It's so good to be in the same room as all
It
of you at the
is.
same time.
It's really, really special, exciting. We used to do this show from the get-go in the same room.
Yay, we did.
Room, as Jeremy Ross Lopez
We
likes
miss
to
you,
call
Jeremy.
it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yep. And so it's great to be here with you guys. And I think it's going to be a different show. I'm excited. We got a full show for you.
Oh, yeah?
I cannot wait. On this it's very exciting because the VMAs were last night. I feel like everything's back in the house. VMAs were last night. I want to talk briefly about that. We're going to talk about Madonna in a second. I just peeled myself from the TV a second ago because the Met Gala is normally the first Monday in May, but because of COVID, it was tonight and all the fashion. And can I just say my shout outs on the Met Gala are the men. So we're talking Lil Nas X.
Yes, always.
Stephen Curry, who spells his name like we do with a PH.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Steph Curry,
Oakland.
the basketball player?
Vivian, where's he? What team? The Oakland Warriors.
Warriors. Yay.
Producer in the house, Vivian Mead, filming us.
I was going to say, we had to shout out to
Yes,
her. Yay.
exactly. And Chance the Rapper looked freaking amazing.
Oh, my God, I need to watch
Was
that.
this VMAs or Met Gala?
Met Gala.
Met Gala.
And,
Got it.
But shout out to MJ Rodriguez, who was on the red carpet, who looked amazing. And Iman is probably stole the
Amazing.
show.
Say
Iman.
word. Oh, my God. We have
Iman.
to stop recording. I have to
Stop.
go out.
I have to go see it right now.
Was it Iman just turned down the house? On point.
On point.
Yeah.
I love that.
So if that wasn't enough, last night was the VMAs, and again, Lil Nas X was in the house performing, but we have to just quickly shout out to Madonna, and I want to shout out to what Kathy Griffin said. She said on our Twitter, she looked so amazing, I think, Madonna, and I saw this thing, I didn't know if you saw it, Lincoln, where she was filming and somebody caught footage
In Times Square.
And I was wondering, that must be promoting the Madame X store that's going to be coming up in October.
Yep.
And no, it was for the VMAs.
It was for this, which is kind of a nod to both, which I like.
Yeah, right.
Smart.
And so Kathy Griffin said, if you're dragging Madonna online tonight, you can't really call yourself a feminist. If the reason you're dragging her is because she committed the crime of still being alive and behaving in a way that you personally don't approve of, you are most certainly ageist.
Get him, Kathy. That's what I have to say.
Go for Kathy.
Yes.
Good point.
Love that. Yes. And so she opened up the VMAs with 40 years because, as we all know, Madonna was at the head of MTV. So shout out to that. Normani and Tayani recreated Janet Jackson's iconic, I don't know what it was, S&M scene where they put a man on the cross. Janet Jackson did.
What?
And so on this one,
I didn't
Normani
see it yet.
and Tayani recreated that. So I love that my other favorite was being
great.
praised. And then Lil Nas X recreated his
I did see this.
shower scene
Oh,
video for Industry Baby. And he thanked the gay agenda by winning the biggest award of the night, which was the best music video. And that's kind of one of the best things. But on top of that, did you know he has this baby registry? Have you heard of this?
No.
So he
I
has
did know.
this baby
Yeah.
registry.
He looks so adorable.
Which he looks
That is
so
hilarious.
And essentially, you can donate as if he's going to have a baby. So he's got the transclusive group that you could, like if you had a baby, right? You'd have this online
I've
thing.
never had a baby, so
he has the trans-inclusive group, which is advocating and working and collaborating with partners to build true relationships within the transgender community. He's got all kinds of things. The Bail Project, which we all know. The Bail Project is an organization on a mission to end cash bail, which I'm all for. He's Bros in Convo, providing comprehensive multicultural sexual health and wellness education and peer supportive.
That's cool.
On and on. Atlanta, Compassionate Atlanta, which is a grassroots community building nonprofit which seeks to raise awareness about the benefits of compassionate action throughout the great Atlanta area by teaching and encouraging people of persuasion and walks of life to channel their concern for the well-being of others. So on and on, he's got this. And I think and lastly, for Lil Nas X is one of his dancers had a number on the back of his shirt that read 433,816.
Oh, wow.
Which apparently is the number representing people living with HIV in the South. Because we all know
that's interesting.
Numbers in the South, in the South, sometimes things aren't they're not with it.
The
with all of
information.
it. The
isn't out
information,
there
I
as
think.
much. I used to
behind.
work in the South as far as like outreach and things of that nature. I think we talked about this before, and I was a peer educator, and that was back in the 90s, though. So I don't know how it is
now. It's a different world. Wow,
but it's still
crazy.
the same. The numbers. Well, Lincoln, if we think about even with COVID cases. Parts of the South are behind us because they're the ones that don't want to get vaccinated.
Right.
And so they're always a little bit behind. Shout out to people in the South. But
we love you.
We love you.
Get it together.
Yeah.
Get that information together.
Yeah. I mean, what are your first thoughts when you hear about pop culture right now really representing all of us? I mean, Lincoln, what are your thoughts when you see tonight's representation? And I mean, I don't know. I think it's really cool.
I think it's beautiful that it's reaching so many people. I will be honest. I don't know a lot of people that are on there. And it's interesting to watch something and go, oh, I'm no longer the demographic. That's okay. It's hitting a lot of other people out there.
My sister and I we had to Google some of these people. We're like, oh, we didn't know.
Right.
But then we
Oh,
discovered there was a Mexican actress that was on there. What was her name? That we just discovered her in the Eliza Gonzalez, and I didn't know her, but she's a Mexican soap operaist, right?
Oh,
Viv?
that's cool.
Mexican soap opera actress, and she was loud and proud. And the only way to get to the Met Gala is to be invited by Anna Wintour.
Of course.
And
darling.
they're very strict on all that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
Well, I think the Met Gala, MTV is definitely a certain genre, right? I didn't know a lot of the performers I saw last night. I was out at the Eagle and I got home and saw after clips. I had no idea Madonna was opening it. I had no idea who was winning but it's been that way for a while with the MTV Music Awards.
yes, right.
Billy Porter said that he cannot, when he was coming up, he could not imagine how much Black Boy joy and how much representation we would actually have in this
That
day
I
and
love,
age. So
yeah.
he commented on it, and I love it. I think that he's amazing, and he's looking back, and he's so proud of everybody right now, and it's just so wonderful.
It's
It's
great.
such a great time. I love this time of year, and Fashion Week is happening here in New York City. And Saturday, Coach. We all know the Coach bags and all. Well, they had their fashion launching brand put on its latest show at New York Fashion Week, and for the big return, they decided to make it special. Creative director Stuart Vevers, I hope I'm saying that right, made the collection a love letter to New York City. And while this included referencing the Coach archives as the brand is a New York staple, it also meant paying ode to some of the city landmarks. And those came in the form of places like Zabar's, which we know, Serendipity, the Brooklyn Bridge, and guess who else?
Who?
The Eagle.
Shut
Yay,
your face.
that's so cool.
And so Derek Danton, who we know is the owner of the New York Eagle, was so proud, and they created this iconic bag. This logo
cool.
they gave to them. It's one of the original New York logos that they ever had. And when asked Derek if they're going to recreate, he says, well, we own the image. We might just recreate it.
They need to do
that's
that.
cool.
I was
I'm so
great.
proud that Coach included them in. That's really, I mean, Zanzibar, Brooklyn
Yeah.
Bridge,
Such a big thing
Yeah.
and the Eagle.
to be included in that.
I think that's-
amongst those names, it's so.
Well,
Yeah.
the Eagle is a 30-plus-year-old. Yeah, because it was on the West Side Highway
Yeah.
for at least 10 years, maybe longer.
Right.
And then it's been in its current location for 20.
Wow.
And it's about to start another 20. So it is an institution.
So I think this whole thing that we're talking about really is showing representation in our gay sexuality, because I have one more story and then we'll talk about this.
Okay.
So if you're a Tom of Finland fan, which I am, as you all know, as you are, you have a Tom of Finland.
I have a lot of Tom of Finland
But
stuff.
a
A meditation room.
A meditation room. So if you're a Tom of Finland fan, the Paris-based brand Carne Bolente has teamed up with the Tom of Finland Foundation on a series of shirts, sweatshirts, and totes that are quickly selling out. And they're made in Portugal, but the collaboration is the latest in a string of link-ups from the Tom of Finland Foundation. And he's got all of these, but it's really cool. His imagery portrayed gay men, as we all know, as strong and desirable, which was refreshing and empowering. This collaboration reflects our desire to introduce this artist to a new generation, but also to highlight the humoristic part of his work, less known from the public.
Okay.
And I think that's really cool. They also said that they want,
jockstrap.
yeah, really cool stuff. And they wanted to make the work to promote our gay sexuality and make it more as not something, as you know, Lincoln, for so long, I think I was ashamed, or I'll just speak for myself. I was enticed by gay porn and the gay sexuality that I saw, but I was also ashamed of it a lot. And I think with like Lil Nas X and with this collaboration and with Coach collaborating with choosing, they had so many things to choose from. And
Right.
out of the 5, they chose the New York Eagle, which is a cruise bar.
Yeah.
I think we're finally legitimizing gay sexuality. And you and I, Kodi, talked the other day about Dancing with the Stars and how, what's her name?
Jojo Siwa.
We said, yes, it's great. She's going to be dancing with a female, but it's a white female and it's lesbian.
Yep.
Are they going to put 2 men on there?
And she's feminine, so it's more ingestible, basically.
Right,
So,
right. So
Well, that's like the Ellen days.
right.
Women
exactly.
are always more ingestible than the men.
So what do you guys think about this? Do you think
Ingestible.
we're
I don't think I've-
Digestible.
Digestible. I was like, ingestible. What am I saying?
ingest that wine?
I know,
and-
exactly.
ingestible
2
is a
glasses,
word.
1 glass. Is it?
It is, but it's not.
It's something you take.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Something you swallow.
Yes. It's like a noun or something. Okay.
and
All right.
not like a black pill on American Horror Story if you're watching that. But so what are your thoughts? I mean, do you think that we're at this turning point that's kind of, I mean, major companies are showing our sexuality. I feel like you, Lincoln, just see the beauty of being in the same room, as Jeremy likes to say, is you get, I already know you don't believe they're at a turning point.
It's not believe or not believe. This is all I'm going to say. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I just
Pour
feel
him
we
some
were
more
a
wine.
little bit more.
For the rest of that,
I just think we were a little more interesting when we were all in the closet.
Oh,
and I don't want
really?
anyone to be oppressed. I don't want anyone to not be heard. I don't want anyone to not be living their best life. But if we're, sometimes wonder if we could have done it a little differently. That's all. If instead of everyone living their best life and being as loud as possible, it's like when gay marriage passed. We had an opportunity to not call it marriage. We had an opportunity to redefine a union between two people.
Yes.
And not have it be under the heading of marriage, which is usually connected to Catholicism, Roman Catholic, or a religion.
Okay,
we had an opportunity.
There's a lot to unpack on what he just
right?
said.
And I
Let's
really
just take
want
part
to
one. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't necessarily agree with that.
That's okay.
I love that it's out loud and proud, and it's in your face, and I can feel more comfortable walking down the street holding my boyfriend's hand or kissing him in public. That is something that I'm glad that these people are all living their best lives, and that it's so prevalent now in today's culture, and that it just makes me feel more comfortable being who I am out in the world.
That's
basically.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
Yeah.
I moved from the Castro to Chelsea.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem holding my boyfriend's hand. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
When back in the early 90s, I did Benetton on tour. And I went all over the country and produced fashion shows. And my partner was a black female.
Okay.
And I remember walking into Tampa, Florida, and people looking at us in a way I had never seen people look at me before, and me not understand what's happening. We went to Anchorage, Alaska, and we wore matching overalls and matching Benetton rugbies under. And to have I was 270 pounds at the time, and I had kind of bad skin, and she was a heavy-set black woman, and we walked into Anchorage, Alaska, like, hey, we're here from San Francisco, what's the big deal? And the looks, the energy, you're right. It
immediately
now
changes.
So if it's taking all that away, I get it. And listen, I know I'm in a bubble.
It's lessening it.
No, but
it's
here's the
lessening
thing
it.
that we're forgetting that we've talked about on the show before is you would think the more representation would mean more open minds, and as there's more hate crimes happening. If I really wanted to, I could fill up the entire show of hate crimes around the world that are happening all the time. They're so atrocious, each and every one of them, that we don't have enough time. And it's sad that I have to even say that. So there was somebody that wrote an interesting piece that I can't recall right now, but was making that link that, unfortunately, the more representation also means the more
pushback.
Hate crimes.
I know.
But I would say, given the choice of being in the closet, I think revolutionary moments usually are pushing, slamming down your throat. I can think of Madonna pushing during her tours before. It always comes down to a Madonna moment. By the way. And I know where these are when we have to get through these moments. And yes, I do agree with you. There were some really interesting times when the Eagle, you could go down parts on the west side and you could go in between parked cars and see men having sex. And I always say I wish I had one moment in time to go back to 1978 and go to the Eagle at that time.
Well, I think
sex was when you really put your life in your hands to put on a leather suit and get on the subway and make your way down to the Eagle.
Yeah. I mean, that is my generation. And the only point I'm going to make about this is that whole generation passed with HIV. There are not a lot of men in their 70s, in their 60s right now, or in their 80s that are still alive.
Correct.
And there is no respect from that because that generation died with that virus.
But
so we could be as out and loud and everything that you want to be, but it seems to me often it's the way we do it.
But I want to push back on the respect because, we just talked about Tom of Finland Foundation working with this Parisian designers with logos. So it's putting an iconic designer, and Tom of Finland himself was ahead of his time. He showed you when it wasn't favorable to put his sketches out there, he did it beyond them. Lil Nas X is talking about HIV and the stigma that still exists. So these are young, newer organizations, people that are choosing to put something that wasn't.
But this is nothing new. Maplethorpe was doing that.
But Maplethorpe was doing it back then. I'm saying for the new kids. We were just watching the Met Gala, and they said, if you don't they said, who did they say, Viv? It was in relation to Iman. If you're a fan of Kylie Jenner, if you're a fan of
they did not do that.
Whatever her name is, Bella Hadid, you need
Gigi
Hadid. You need to Google right now. If you don't know who that woman is on the screen right now, who looked fucking amazing,
mind-blowing, I bet.
You need to look up Iman and know where real.
She's heads and shoulders. My goodness, I'm going to get in
trouble. But again, if you're...
I'm going to get canceled.
So we're teaching people, and I think that's good.
Okay.
You don't think we're teaching people?
No, I just don't think it's anything new because I'm of that generation.
No, okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like you can
I'm
not Kardashian educated. Does that mean I need to be? Because I don't want to be.
No, but it's nothing new for you, but are you not see the level of teaching moments for the kids so that they think,
of course.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
I think so, and it makes a lot of sense that they are not forgetting where we came from as a people, and they're bringing that into the forefront right now, and they're letting the current generation know what we as gay people went through in the past,
which is outstanding.
Yeah,
which is completely outstanding. I really don't have a problem with anything.
Yeah.
I'm not as wowed by it.
Okay.
I'm more like, oh,
that's what they need to be doing.
You know, back in the day, Madonna was completely taken off the airwaves because of the sex book and the erotica album. It destroyed her career.
Yeah.
American Life destroyed her career.
Yeah.
And last night I watched MTV Music Awards.
I know,
and
it was
I saw
in that video, remember?
more ass and boob, and I couldn't understand one fucking lyric from a song.
Okay, but here's
at least I can understand
Lincoln,
when she comes out dressed as Marlene Dietrich and does a full-on Marlene Dietrich tribute.
Okay.
Then I am being educated of something that is not just, and I'm not saying other people are, that is not just pots and pans tribute to it.
But look, what's interesting about the butts that you mentioned is Madonna led the VMAs yesterday, and she led it also with her ass out there. I don't know if it's her new ass or not, but it's a good ass. It's a really good ass. And I'm thinking,
word on the street is
she's always been with the kids. And my Janet always calls them the kids, too, because I think one of their things is they've been able to go through the times and be with pop culture and then reinvent it.
And that is fabulous, and that is wonderful, and I support it 1,000%, and I'm an adult. And I like the adults in the fucking room. I like the adults to own the world, because we can walk around as much as we want and say, oh, but what about the children? What about the children? What about the adults? We're going to be gone. Yeah. And if our planet keeps going the same direction it's going, there's not going to be a planet for the children to live in. So maybe we should take care of our planet as adults. That's all I'm saying.
Also, we should teach the children to take care of the planet as well. So
if they could listen,
it's a give and take.
I remember it's so funny, this came up for me recently. I was in 6th grade and my English teacher had a foundation called For Spacious Skies that was all about the sky and keeping it blue. And I was in 5th grade.
What?
Yeah. All the way back, 5th grade, long time ago. And he was teaching a child about For Spacious Skies and keeping the skies blue. I only did so much with it, but I hope that just as a universe, we could do more with it. I mean, across the board.
Maybe people in the same class as you, they did something. You never know what happens.
Well, they all got pregnant and had kids.
Well, I love it, but we've got
suburbia. That's what they do out there.
Lincoln, you're going to love this next topic because you just came from teaching.
I love them all.
And there's this rather cute trainer who's going viral right now. TikTok's all the rage right now, and he's teaching you how to have better sex. So this trainer has found success on TikTok and presumably between the sheets by discussing the exercises, stretches that make you better in bed. Fitness model Patrick, oh my gosh, I cannot, again with the names we get on this show. Thokertele.
I'm not even going to try. It's really difficult.
So he has taken his scientific knowledge of becoming a better lover to TikTok, drifting on the bliss point of educational, informative content, and someone you want to wank over, according to Cocktail and Cock Talk. And in this video, the online coach teaches you about hip mobility, which includes 4 exercises: the rock back, the quadricep hip opener, the JJ hip opener, and the seated leg raise. And I'll just play a little bit of it. Oh, excuse me. I didn't. Oh. There we go. So you can see. And so I'll post this on TAGSPodcast.com so you know what we're talking about. But he is doing these really sexy exercises that are essentially helping you in bed. And I'm not mad at it because I can remember getting fucked like after the pandemic. Okay. And it had been a minute. And I hadn't done. So I do this whole... At 50, I have to do all these hip mobilities as a former gymnast to work out, and with the bands and everything, and I didn't.
They say variety is the spice of life. They also say that Drizzly is like having the world's largest liquor store in the palm of your hand. So why not combine the two things they're constantly talking about with Drizzly, the #1 app for alcohol delivery? Compare prices on a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. Always find what you want, like my favorite Casal Garcia Vino Verde that I'm often drinking when we record Tags Podcast. Get drinks delivered right to your door in under 60 minutes, no travel, no hassle. Drizzly connects you directly to their local liquor stores to compare prices for the best deals and access the widest selection of beer, wine, and liquor. So go check out Drizzly now by downloading the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com. Use promo code SPICE5 for $5 off your first order. That's drizzly.com and use code SPICE5 for $5 off. Do you have a cabinet full of acne treatments and skincare products, but don't even remember what half of them do? Hey guys, your buddy Steve V here, and I've been known to be a sucker for skincare products, but, to be honest, I've always taken care of my skin, even as a little boy when my mom used to buy me Sea Breeze. Do you guys remember that? Sea Breeze? To clean the dirt on my dirty skin and prevent acne. But after overpaying and consulting professionals like dermatologists over at Apostrophe, I've learned less is more, and good skincare doesn't have to be expensive at all. You just have to pick your products wisely and always use SPF. So here's the deal. It turns out most skincare products don't do much. The best way to treat acne is with fewer products that are clinically proven and customized to your skin. And that's why I'm excited to partner with Apostrophe. Apostrophe is a prescription skincare company that offers science-based oral and topical medications that are clinically proven to help clear acne. Apostrophe connects you with a board-certified dermatologist who will create a personalized treatment plan that is perfectly tailored to your unique skin. All you got to do is simply fill out Apostrophe's online quiz about your skin goals and medical history, then snap a few selfies, and your dermatologist will create your customized treatment plan. Apostrophe treats acne, and they can also help you hit your other skincare goals like reducing redness, wrinkles, and even dark spots. I can tell you my experience with Apostrophe online was so easy. All I did was upload a few close-up selfies of my skin and fill out this thorough yet short questionnaire of my skin. Dr. Skindamis circled back the same day with my very own skincare regimen. I loved how quickly my prescription arrived to my house so I could get started, and I can honestly say that my product has visually improved the appearance of my skin tone. It's appearing more even and smooth while fading away the two dark spots I've always wanted to cover up. The entire experience was seamless, and I'm really loving the results. Well, we have a special deal for our audience here at Tags. You can save $15 off your first visit with a board-certified dermatologist at apostrophe.com/tags when you use our code TAGS, TAGS. This code is only available to our listeners. So to get started, simply go to apostrophe.com/tags and click Begin Visit. Then use our code TAGS at sign up and you'll get $15 off your dermatology visit. That's apostrophe, APOSTROPHE.com/tags. And use that code TAGS, TAGS, to get your dermatology visit and save $15. And we really thank Apostrophe for sponsoring TAGSPodcast.
So stiff that it was a great fuck, but I was like walking like I had gotten fucked. And I wish I would have taken Patrick's TikTok warm-up session. You, Lincoln, just taught, and I know you do stretching.
I just did that in my class.
Yeah, I mean, do you think there's something?
So did Jane Fonda in her workout.
Oh my!
That is the Jane Fonda challenge workout move. So
my sister was.
Do you know why?
And my sister was talking about being in her gym in Oakland, California, where she noticed these two guys that wear the shortest shorts.
Richard Simmons there.
Were they not wearing the Richard Simmons shorts? And you noticed one thing. They were doing all butt exercises. And I said, well, they're probably power bottoms. And
Remember when Jane Fonda hot cross buns? Remember when she said that in the video? I still do that. Do you know what? Do you know what's great about it? It's great packaging. It's TikTok. You can TikTok, rock, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I guess my question
is,
do you
new
work
muscle.
Out, do you work out for sex at all or stretch for sex and ever think about that? I know I do. I do extra squats.
Yeah?
I do.
For sex, I work out to feel healthier and sexier. I don't necessarily go, oh, if I do this, I'll be able to do that.
Okay, now what do you really do?
Sit back and just let Peter do all.
Okay,
see
that's
the
we go.
real answer. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
I do one exercise specifically so I have the thrust, and it's the hip thruster.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I did those in class tonight.
Did you really?
Yeah, of course I did.
We're going to get Kodi to do it on TAGSPodcast.com to show you his
on your back?
I do it on my back, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Pelvis up.
Pelvis
Toes
up.
turned in?
Oh, is that a thing?
Yep. Hip distance apart. Turn your toes in. Keep your knees a little wider than your hips.
And it
roll
strengthens your glutes, right?
Roll your spine like peeling something off a piece of paper or something. Like peel your spine off and back down.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you do a lot of like squats? I know you have strong legs.
I do squats.
Because one of my favorite sex positions that I always see I don't know that I've done this yet is when the top is sitting on the couch.
I love that.
Do you know what I'm talking about? And he's lounging back and the bottom is on top of him with his feet on the quads.
Okay.
And fucking him that way.
Wait,
and
on the quad or
so
on the couch?
Bottom's,
He's facing not the top.
The bottom is like
That
ass
photo.
is towards the top.
Yeah, the bottom is like sitting lounging like if you were just having a joint, watching something, Beavis and Butthead. And, not Beavis and Butthead.
Is there a joint? Wait.
And so you're sitting there. I know. What would be the
should've.
current top?
Yeah.
Oh, we should have one.
Like the top is a chair, basically.
Yes, thank you.
It came to
The
me
top
out
is a
of
chair,
nowhere.
and the bottom is on top of him with his feet on the quads.
Okay.
But I feel like if you're the top, you're thrusting, you need to have some strong quads to hold everybody up.
For sure.
Have you done that though?
For
also,
sure.
Have you done that though?
I have never done that.
Okay.
That's in my next.
Can you put that in your repertoire?
I was going to say that's in my
the playlist
next gymnastic sex workout that I do. That's what's going down, just so you know. Boyfriend?
Please, and let me know.
I'll let you know. And I'll get a recommendation from my boyfriend as well. So
I know he will love it. Have you done this?
Of course I've done this.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Well, I don't know
Why is that so shocking? How much sex have you two had? This is talk about
Apparently
gay sex.
not enough.
Okay.
Maybe I've had enough, but not in enough positions, I feel like.
We need to expand our minds. Yeah.
I will say I had a bit of a deficit when I was having hip issues before I had my
you've
hips
had
replaced. I've had 3 hip replacements.
Okay. So is
2
this a
and a
healthy
revision.
one for you to do this position?
Yeah. It's better now. It's not painful now.
Okay.
If anyone ever needs to have a hip replacement, just do it. Because it's a good surgery. It's a dumb joint, and it makes all the difference in the world.
I'm glad to hear that.
DM me with questions if you need to.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
good for that.
And I do miss the gym.
You should
I work
not be
out
in pain.
I work out in my building's gym, and it's just, my neighbors, and it's not very interesting. But I do miss the gym moments where you see a lot, people, you're like, okay, he's the power bottom over
Checking out
there.
hot guys.
That one's
Oh
a
my
total
God,
top.
I
Like
miss it
you
so much.
doing thrusts, and you get all of this, and you can kind of. And I've picked up people in the gym before, and I think it's kind of cool.
So
do you
have
miss
I.
your gym moments?
I do miss my gym moments. I think I would have less gym moments now if I was going to the gym and not working out at home. I definitely would have less
I cannot
gym
wait
moments.
for you two to come to Temple. You're both going to get kicked out. I can
What?
feel it.
Oh my God, we are. We're going to be like a hot
It's great.
mess.
That's my goal now. I'm going to get
I'm
kicked,
going to get kicked out of a gym, out of Temple.
Yes, exactly. All right.
Yes.
Well, let's move on. Tell us what your gym routine is, and if there is some wine in there. Yes, Lincoln. And there's a couple things that got my attention about the dick, the D. Are we calling it the D? Yeah, the D. Two stories that I think are related. And you know, Kodi, I love a good a splash. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you drinking anything?
She's good.
Oh, good, we're recording, so I really look like an alcoholic.
Okay, so I'm going to show you this video, but I'm also going to post it on
Thank you,
TAGSPodcast.com. This bartender will get you a stiff.
No, I thought it was two different
drink.
guys.
Oh, shoot.
No way.
So I'm going to show it to these guys right now, and essentially
Word?
is this Spanish bartender in Madrid, one of my favorite cities,
It is a great city.
got his dick out, perfectly out. It's like semi-erect, would you guys say? You know it's a good one.
I think he has on a cock ring for sure.
Oh, even if he does,
I think he
it's-
has on a little pill.
Oh.
And they
Hello.
and the if you hear the one asking for the drink, he's like, I'll have a
That's
he's flustered, and I am all for
Leaking
that.
a little bit. It's
like
okay.
that would never work in America, right? It's so Madrid, or maybe at the Cock.
Maybe at the, well, I don't know.
At the bar of the Cock. But would you order a drink from this guy, or would you be, somehow our hygiene goes out the door when it comes to like that? Because, when you go into restaurants, it's like, oh my God, wash your hands. Is everybody, particularly now with
Right.
COVID, somehow us gays, I feel when we go into bars like that, this dick walking out,
Alcohol
he could be
kills
leaking that
everything.
into the drink. And I mean,
Alcohol kills
and at the
everything.
Eagle, they don't care about this stuff.
I think there's a pre-COVID disposition and a post-COVID disposition.
I don't know.
This
That
was
sounds like
filmed
a good
last week,
mixer
by the
to
way,
me.
but yeah, in Madrid.
It's all the same to you?
It sounds like a good mixer to me. Whatever he's
I
leaking.
get that.
Yeah. Would you order a drink from this
Of
man?
course. I'd order 6 drinks from him.
Only if I could touch it.
Oh, really?
So I would want him
There's a
to
caveat.
mix my
I've-
drink,
I've shown
but I
my
want him to
dick
mix my drink
for a drink.
with
With
his
it.
dick.
With his dick. I don't think it would fit in a
No.
cup. I think you'd lose half of your alcohol.
I'm gonna get a big.
It would be
cup
alcohol abuse.
and yeah.
Nice. I've shown my dick for a drink before.
Have you?
Yeah, at the Cock.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Honey, child.
You're like, oh, that's old hat.
Did
Cody
you end
and I
up
used to
getting-
do. Yes, we did. I did a lot of that stuff too
I
for
can't
free.
go to the Cock.
Why?
Because the ceiling's
so
too
you can
low.
do what?
because this
The
you don't
ceiling is
fit?
so fucking low there. I
the
don't
most
fit at the
random
Cock.
thing.
Little
No,
known
I
fact-
get really drunk and then I hit myself on the ceiling and have
Oh,
like
no.
a scab on my forehead
Little
because
known
I
fact,
whacked my head on the
listeners
ceiling.
about the Cock is
It's
it's
a
got
very low
ceiling.
ceiling. Same with
Yeah.
Nowhere Bar.
Oh.
Yes.
It makes me very anxious. I'm
Oh,
very
those low
How tall are you,
claustrophobic.
Lincoln? Because Vivian and I went into the protein bakery, and she's like, "I knew he was a tall guy. He's a big guy." I'm like, "He's
I
a
am
really
big
big
guy.
guy."
Thank you.
How tall are
I
you?
used to be taller before the hip replacement. I lost a half an inch.
Oh,
So
wow.
how much did we lose?
Only
What
in
are we
my
working
height.
with?
Don't get any ideas. 6'2".
Okay. Oh, perfect
Yeah, yeah,
model
yeah.
height.
Yeah,
we love a
6'2",
perfect
6'2" and a
model
half.
height. Yeah, love it. How tall are you, Cody?
I wasn't going to answer that.
You're
18
nice.
inches.
I'm 5'9".
Oh, that's good.
I love it.
It's decent. I'm taller than my boyfriend, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. No,
than my
5'9's
boyfriend,
great. I love that. Yeah.
I will tell you, this is just a weird, random nothing.
Yes.
We didn't go to the Eagle for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I never wore my boots. My boots give me another 2 inches. There's nothing. Because where are you going to wear boots in the middle of
No.
And then I will say, when Peter and I had a little like black party Berlin moment,
Yeah.
I was like, I need to have sex in my boots. Get the boots. It's time
Yeah,
for the
love
boots,
it.
right? It changes everything.
No, just recently I've been putting on some of my boots and
Sexy underwear. I just ordered
jewelry
a harness.
even, and I'm getting back into it. But it took a moment because we were so trained to just wear sweats.
I'm
and
still a little in and out. I'm a little like...
I'm doing kind of a hybrid moment.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm kind
Oh,
kind of for it.
Look,
too.
I'm all for wearing sexy things to heighten the sexual experience.
I
agree.
Love it. Well, we've got to move on to this other story real quick. Speaking of our dicks, the care and keeping of your dicks, according to newnownnext.com, wants us to know of all the LGBTQ community, cisgender queer men in particular have a reputation for priding ourselves on our appearances. Our medicine cabinets host skincare products more than aging housewives. Our holes are clean with premium scrubs, but somehow we seem to forget about the health and maintenance of our penises. The penis is known for 2 tasks, sexual performance and urination. So the sign of a healthy penis is its ability to do those 2 things, says urologist Justin Howman, MD, who told New Now Next. If you have good sexual function, and that I mean the ability to have sexually satisfying intercourse, and you're able to urinate without any issues, you've got a healthy penis.
Oh, good to know.
I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
Yeah, high five.
Well, hold up, you guys, because beyond those 2 straightforward indicators, morning erections are another sign of a healthy penis.
I got those too.
Me
you?
too.
Yay,
I
high
was just
five.
going to ask you that because most people with penises get an erection 3 to 5 times a night, each lasting about 25 to 35 minutes. Essentially, an erection is your dick's way of saying things are all good down there, here, queen. And I was going to ask you the
Does
question.
the article say that, or did you add that?
I added that.
Okay. Well, I loved it. Thank you.
But I do often wake up with a raging hard-on, and the reason I've always have is the reason I like morning sex. It makes sense because I've just been in dreamland, and my dreams,
Right.
I'm going to far-off places or visiting far-off worlds that I used to live.
Yeah.
And then when I finally wake up, it's raging hard. And if I'm next to somebody, I don't understand the people that aren't into morning sex because to me
I
it's a
hated it.
natural
You hate
reawake.
I hated
Oh, Kodi, we
You
would
hate
never
it?
be together.
I used to hate morning sex. I'm not a morning person. Don't touch me in the morning. Don't come near me in the morning until I've had coffee and until noon, basically.
I'm kind of the same way, but I told this on Tags After Show, but it's already out there, so I can tell you now. You can subscribe to extra content by go to TAGSPodcast.com, and you'll see how you can get the after show. But I was saying, I was recently in Fire Island, and I volunteered my time for a party, which got me a room for a night, which was really great because those rooms are expensive.
Yeah.
But it was sharing with a guy, and the guy was a masseur, and he came home later than I did. Well, the morning rolled around, and I had already met him at the party he was massaging, and I thought he was really cute and hot. And I said, "Hi, I'm sleeping with you tonight." Ha ha. Well, I really meant I was sleeping in the same bedroom as him.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, and he was like, "Oh, nice nipples." So I thought
Ooh.
something might happen. Well, as we woke up, and you know how light pours into those houses, like at the
Hate
crack of dawn. And I'm not a morning person either.
Okay.
But and it was a naked house, so they were encouraging nudity. So he got up naked, went to the bathroom, and then he came back, and I was like, "Oh, hi," and he was like, "Hi," and he came over, and we did the deed.
Nice.
And I know it was really refreshing.
It's a nice moment.
And I was still like you, sleepy, but I got it together, and yeah, it was really fun. You could get it together.
Let me tell you, I used to hate it. Now my boyfriend likes to have sex in the morning. So when that's the only time basically that you can get it, you learn to adapt.
You do.
So I've adapted.
I didn't know it was the only time you can get it.
It's not
You
the
know
only
what?
time.
Well,
you said it. I
It's-
didn't.
I know.
But you know what, Kodi?
It's one of the main times that I can get it.
But actually, Kodi,
Okay.
to your point, you're more of a top, yes?
Yes.
So you have to be more like not just awake, but like get that
That's-
going.
yeah.
And
I don't
so
have a
I
problem
could
getting
see,
around.
I just got to lay there a little bit. I was active, but I was still like
Yeah.
groggy eyed, and it worked.
I get it
I
together
wasn't a
real
lazy
quick.
bottom though, but
Ooh, the lazy bottom
I
defense.
was not. I know. I was because I know you guys were going to.
For me, it depends on the morning. It depends on the morning. If I have a lot to do, because if I come in the morning, it knocks me out and I can sleep
for the
again.
rest of the day.
Well, no, I could just pass out and then I wake up and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I'm 45 minutes behind.
Yes.
Damn it. And there have been moments that I wake up with a raging heart on and I'm like, okay, hide this from Peter. because if he
Peter
knows,
will.
it's
he'll
like
jump
bon
on it?
appetit,
Oh,
and I'm like,
yeah.
because and there's other times I wake up with a boner and my dog is sitting on it, and I'm like, wait a minute,
Oh my.
not in that way,
Oh my
Okay.
God.
but like leaning against it, and I'm like,
Lordy.
this
Well, you
feels
said it.
this feels perverted. This feels wrong. Right? Like
Yes.
I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even it's not in my control.
Yeah. You were sleeping.
But the moral to the story is we all have healthy penises. Yay.
We do. Yeah, there's some other things. I will post this on TAGSPodcast.com that they say the sign of a healthy dick, because I think we don't really, I moisturize, I put SPF on, I do all these things.
I'm horrible at that.
Really?
Yeah.
And our sponsor, Apostrophe, right now, I even have this new Retin-A thing
I
that I
haven't
put on.
gotten my
and
gift basket.
You will get it. I will tell you about this.
I would love it. Okay, good.
But
The
yeah.
reason, I'm hard with face and SPF and all that stuff because for me it gets everywhere.
Okay.
It gets on my keyboard, in my eyes.
How
it
does
gets
that happen?
in my computer. It's like because usually I jump up and I go teach a class.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm sweating and I wipe my eye and all of a sudden I have like lotion in my eye and then I start typing and all of a sudden the keyboard's filled with it's just annoying.
Okay, you guys, this next bit, I just want you to watch this.
Okay.
And it's entitled, it's our last topic. A bartender revealed what your drink says about you. And I think that's kind of
I
funny.
think I saw this.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And I want to know what
Can
drink.
you turn up the light? Like make it brighter?
Yes.
Thank you.
Guys, I used to bartend at the gay club, and this is what your drink says about you. First up, we have vodka soda. We already knew you were gay, but now we know you douched before you came. Catch me in the bathroom stall, how about that? Splash of crayon lets me know that you have a much more refined palate than your other sisters. Like a Red Bull, because the bump you did in the bathroom just didn't quite do it for you.
That's
And,
funny.
You're definitely the target audience for the Chromatica Oreos. Like a Sprite, you're here with your bitchy vodka soda friend, but you don't want them to know you're having fun. Like a water, I can just feel the self-hate. Like a sour, you're probably not old enough to like whiskey and they missed your fake at the door. Shots of vodka because tequila is yucky. Oh, you're out here to let these bottoms know. Guys, those are the only things that gay guys drink. So I'll see you this summer for vodka soda. Thanks, love you. Guys, I used to
Oh my God. I love
funny.
this so much. And I have to say, when I'm out in a bar, so Jeremy Ross Lopez, our co-host, is
Yes.
always vodka soda. But we were in Boston recently, and I said, order one of the signature cocktails at Lolita. It was like craft cocktails. And he did. He can do one of those. But I think he's worried like headaches and all that kind of stuff.
sugar.
But he always goes to vodka soda, vodka soda. And I think that is a little lazy, and that generation. When I go in that market, I'm vodka like Tito soda cranberry, which he said, according to this bartender, I'll post this on TAGSPod, a little more refined. And I think that's me.
Did I snort just now?
You did.
I think I did.
When I said that, you did.
Do you need a Red Bull? What's your drink of choice, Kodi?
I drink all the. When I came in today, I was offered a beverage. Thank you so much to my lovely host. And I said, I drink all the liquors, all of them. I
But
will
you're
drink
a
all of them
favorite.
at once.
He does.
Or
He
you're a
always
go-to.
says that, though. He's kind of that way, though.
You're an open bar.
Pretty much.
You're an open bar.
It's one of the only things about me that is open.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I've been drinking a lot of mezcal and tequila, but just that's the people that I'm hanging
Yeah,
around
interestingly,
with.
he didn't tackle the tequila
At all.
market, and
He
I am
is
so
basically
tequila.
He's basically saying that gay men only drink vodka.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? So, okay, here's the two things on that. and I want to
Bottoms.
hear from you on that. Yeah, here's the things.
Don't bottom
I think
shame.
for so-
Basic bottoms.
Basic
For so
bottoms.
long,
There we go.
didn't have tequila. You either had, if you like, a horrible well, or not Don Julio, even Patron. And that's some bars. And now I think guys are getting a little bit more into tequila, and we're seeing a little bit more representation of
Oh, God.
our tequila, not mezcal necessarily. And I'm
love
living
mezcal,
for
too.
it, but I want the kids to get on that market.
Yeah, I
But-
agree. I love whiskey.
Again,
the
the
only thing I
kids.
cannot do is Hennessy. and those types of like bourbons.
Okay, yeah.
They put me on a whole nother level. You would not like me. I black out.
I don't know if I'm liking you now, based on some. But
on the wine, you're not liking me too much.
Lincoln, what would if we had to call you a drink?
Jameson.
Jameson.
Okay.
Jameson on the rocks or Jameson and soda.
Is that whiskey?
Tequila and soda with a little bit of Rose's lime, not real lime.
Skinny
I like the Rose's lime.
margarita-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think I taste the rind of a lime.
Oh,
The
really?
rind, and it's bitter to
That
me.
is a fine palate.
I'm also a Jack and Ginger.
Okay. Now.
Jack and Ginger. And
Yeah.
I'll do a Red Bull. No. Delete.
I was like,
Because of
Red
that
Bull.
bump remark.
Right, exactly. Sorry, it got into my brain. Fireball and soda.
Oh, Fireball.
Because then
What
your
are you,
mouth
22?
Because
I know,
then
right?
your mouth tastes like red.
I
Big
respected
red
you
gum.
until that last remark.
It makes your breath better. Because it's
Does
just a cinnamon liquor. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like at Old G Lounge. They used to do frozen Cosmos with Goldschlager.
No.
Oh, my God.
Now they do frosé and frozen
Again.
margaritas and
Yeah, they do.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Brose is what they call it.
But
What
I
is
will
it?
do
And I will drink that.
Frosé.
Brose.
Yeah.
Brose.
What's a brose?
Oh no! Really? Are you teaching us something?
It's for the bros. They drink frozen, but it's not.
Okay, by the way, when you say bros, it's not bros. Just as a general note, but go ahead. What is in a brose?
Wait, let's see if I can do it nice and butch. Brose.
Brose.
Yeah.
I
But
like
what
it.
the hell is in
Yeah,
a
was
brose?
it sexy?
It's a It's a
just
frosé.
It's a frosé,
for
but
crying out loud.
for those bros, for the bros.
There's no.
No.
There's no
Oh.
difference.
Okay. Again.
It's
Yeah.
all about branding.
I just wish you would have had the tequila in there.
What
Because
are we
really,
teaching the children?
I'm a margarita on the rocks.
Randy's Margarita at the Eagle. Nothing beats it.
You
I'm
heard it
telling
here
you.
first.
Randy's
Randy.
Margarita at the Eagle. It's better than no insult to any other bartender at the Eagle, but
And I'm just
the
saying,
best.
since you said his name, look down below if you can get an eyeful, and it's an eyeful.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like Madrid?
it's like
It's
Madrid.
like Madrid.
Oh, hey.
Just saying.
How you doing?
Spilling the tea here. All right, that's all we got time for, y'all. More to come. More to come. It's been such a pleasure having
It's
you guys.
really nice to be in person.
I feel like The View.
Now, I feel like the view too, but Steven, I just have to put on the
Yes,
record.
what?
I have been bitching that we haven't done enough FaceTime or
I'm so
in-person
glad you said that
stuff.
word bitching because, yes.
Do I
you
bitch often?
No, but you have been bitching about this. So
I have
think-
because I
yeah.
think there's something about the human connection
Yes.
that is so underrated, and that is the one biggest lesson of COVID-19.
And the one thing about you
Is
and
that
I,
to connect and look at each other in the eye, whether you agree or not. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck if you two agree with me. It's my opinion. I like it.
Right.
I live with it.
That's
and
why you're here.
sometimes you say things that evolve my opinion.
Exactly.
and sometimes
But
you
if-
would do the same for us.
Right, but if you're doing it in the air because you're just listening to it in your ears, or if you're doing it into your smartphone because you have a bubble in your smartphone that's only agreeing with you, how are you evolving?
Yeah.
So people, when you can, come together, check everyone tonight. We all made a joke of it, but we all checked our vaccination cards
We
just
really
to be
did.
sure.
Yeah.
Just to be sure. We're all going to wash our hands before we do anything
We
else.
are.
I am so close to this microphone that I feel that I should get a reward at some point from the microphone.
You can keep that
And I don't
microphone.
need exactly. Yeah. That wind
It's
guard
yours.
has been taking
You've
up
been
more
also-
than wind.
You've been also
It owes
bitching
you
about
a
that
dinner.
microphone,
It's
so you can
fine.
have that one.
I've
But-
been wanting to take this home for for my entire life. But
Child,
I just,
it's yours.
like,
but
okay.
yes.
He said, keep it. Take it with you.
No,
Get
so great to be. Thank you guys for really coming here. It's so special. We'll hope to do this more often because I think it creates a different show, a more spontaneous show, hopefully a more entertaining show. You can always follow Lincoln at Protein Bakery, We just were there, Vivian and I, and got.
It was great to see it. We didn't take a friggin' picture,
we
though.
did. We'll
Ridiculous.
do one tonight, though. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then follow him at Mad Lincoln, which is his personal account, and I
That's
love that
nice.
account.
Thank you
always
for
have
that.
great stuff for that.
Thanks.
Mr. Maurice over here at
That's
Mr. Maurice, which is always a chesty moment
A
to have
nice
you had. Or he's a life coach, y'all. And it's at KMD Coaching, at KMD Coaching. I'm going to hire you.
I was going to say, you know all these handles so well. You doing it, girl.
In the meantime, continue having, you guys, hot gay sex.
Yeah.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now get any breakfast sandwich for just $2. Available only through the app. Mobile order and pay available at participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
Excited for a road trip? Start it off right with auto coverage from American Family Insurance. J.D. Power ranked us #1 in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance shopping experience among mid-size insurers. Get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.